Hi everyone, I'm Jackie Lara Herod, the Tigers of the Light, and today we're going to offer you a light language channeling for balancing the sacral center. This is part of our light language channeling series for the 7 main chakras. So be sure to check out the root chakra in a previous video. So now the sacral center is our emotional center. It is the color representing by the color of orange. And we will invite you to feel into the center during this channeling. The element of water is going to be present. So if you notice in the air around you things to feel a little bit dewy or wet, then that means that you are connecting with this center and the element that this center is representing. So, as with all of our channelings, I invite you to please tune into your feet, get nice and grounded, tune into your heart space. The heart is the connection between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. It's going to help us to become more aware and connected consciously with the energies of this light language channeling. The light language that I channel is very high frequency, very pure source based energy. So it's going to work with you in the most perfect and best ways for you. You can always revisit these channelings as from day to day, your energy is going to be different, your experiences are going to be different. So this channeling will be felt and integrated in a different way. So I do encourage you to rewatch all of the light language channelings as you feel called to do so. This channeling will offer you healing. It will also offer alignments and upgrades. So, whatever it is that if you have a topic that you'd like to work on with the sacral center, with the emotional center, with the water element, you can always bring that forward into your mind. Otherwise, you can just sit back and relax and take this all in. So, we'll just begin by some nice deep cleansing breaths. This is a little bit of a meditation. You can leave your eyes open or closed. Either way is just fine. I will be moving my hands a little bit, but you don't need to see that. It's just how I like to work with the energy. It helps me to bring forward the energy a little better. Feeling now the beginning stages of that flow, the ebb and flow that water brings. Our emotions also ebbing and flowing. And where we can get into trouble is where those emotions get stuck somewhere. Water's meant to keep flowing, it isn't meant to be pooled somewhere. That's when things fester. So we want to make sure that that water is moving freely. So whenever we feel a big emotion come up, we want to feel it and acknowledge it, but we also want to remain unattached to it so that it has the ability to keep going. We don't harbor it, we don't hold on to it and create um, a bigger problem within our being. Unintentionally, of course. And there's many instances where we experience a trauma that brings up a big emotional response, and that takes some attention to move it through. And we can't always let it go straight away. But ultimately, we will. We will experience and come to terms and be at peace with it, and we let it continue flowing. Pakataya Sachiana Takapataya Satukamataya Tanakana Tapatai Chiana Takapataya Sananokpata Tokamataya Sachiana Katakana Nonomantaya Tanananomandaya Saya. We're actually just translating that message that came through just now into light language, so you're getting it on that different level as well. Patari sachinana takamanani satinano takanano matai. Tadari satinana ganana gotana no matsai chianana nai so takapatai. Pakana tukupasi chiana tia tia to go to tia to go to kabati satukupata no kapatai. Chiana takapasate tada. Takamate sachikata go so chiano tukupatai tatayat ko takpasai chia. To tanamatai so chiana namatai su tepatayata. Sutapataya Saitiana no Mataya Sutamataya Lonamataya so Ananamataya Ananamataya Suchiamataya Masaya to also connecting in with the organs and the parts of the body that are in the area of the sacral center. So it's the reproductive organs. Patanene sechiana namas, your digestion. Patakonoto patakana sotamate. So we're going to be offering some extra energy to those parts of the body in this channeling as well. Pata dotapate si tanada, tokapate saichionamata, tokapase tanatia tananama saichionamataya. O sapana, pananomasi, polanamatayatana patayashato, tatkana so tatayatanatia, o satayata sudan mosacho, lanatia shodo, lanatia chonatapa sachi tanandakeno, tikyonoma. Dikyonomate sichiono tukupusanoma tananti tantaya sala talataya siyananoma takanoso tamatisha. So now we're going to continue offering this center a nice coherent energy. This center can also, and it can often, because it's the emotional center, become a little out of whack just because we're mostly very emotional beings. So we're going to offer more coherent energy that's stabilizing this space. Bataya so tamatai kiana tapasachida. Chi chi china tata kapasamataya tola takamadabo. Baladaya so timatia. Don't kapadaya tana shota kapasai chiana namata. We're also going to build the energy in this space too, because we can have a lot of loss with the emotional loss when we have a response to something that is um, perhaps bigger than we would ideally how we would ideally like to respond. So we're going to give this center a boost of energy that is hopefully going to stick with you for a period of time here. So papkana tapatai sechiana no pata tananama sechiana nei kiana dukapata tola tapase chiniti tetekina no tapase chiana no matala lotta matai sechiana tukapatama su chimitia tanati tomatakiano sapashuto shuto chomataya si tamataya to takana Pananai satanai sutamati shiti chi 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 tatkamata tanan tokopositanamata tsitanate samo sapatkano so chitamata chudimata dotkamata. Really building up the energy in the sacral center area. Panantamata suchina patayeta takamatayeta this will also help to stabilize this area and then also give you that extra boost of energy as you go about your life. Tamatai sajina matai se chinata takamata. Totamatai satana topase chi. Tatatakatakapatai satano patai tano satai. Shidata yeshoda takabodo tamasena. Panatai tano ta shochimota. Making sure that this ball of energy here that we're building in the sacral is nice and smooth in all the directions. Manta side chi tikapata onamata. Osamata isi shinanamata dano pa nano sotani sidianano shona takabasaita. Manati tanasi chinantikada tananumasitia. Potakanosopachiato. Taladaya satanamosa. So I'd like to invite you to practice whenever you feel emotion welling up, that you acknowledge what you're feeling, acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the dynamics of all that's going on, and breathe with it. And on the exhale, you're just going to imagine and feel and sense that welling up of energy is just being let out of your body. Okay, so we're not suppressing anything, we aren't swallowing anything, we aren't ignoring anything, we're just acknowledging the welling up of energy, and then we're saying, thank you for the information. I'll let that go because when we're in a heightened emotional state, we can't process the situation clearly, right? When we're in a heightened emotional um, process, our third eye is hindered. So we're lacking the insight needed in order to come up perhaps with a better solution to something, a better response to something. So we want to allow that energy, that emotion to come up and then let it go so that we can address the underlying cause of that emotional upset. And then we're doing that from a much more balanced, grounded, present, and masterful state. And we haven't just lost a whole ton of our energy either. We're remaining energetically intact. Multama se chiana no pasata kiana se china namasi. Tononoma te kanata kupase china net pataya talo ta se cha. Tononoma sa ta tayeta nakina so kiona no pasata. Tanako ta masa. Tikano sa chiano no mata. Hara hara. Hara sada hasa sa sa sa. Thank you so much for joining me for this channeling today. I hope you found this helpful and useful. Please remember to come back and watch this again, particularly if you are struggling with your emotions. This can be very helpful to rebalance the center and remind ourselves of how we're really meant to work with emotions. When we get into certain situations, we can easily forget, especially in the beginning when we haven't quite sort of reprogrammed a more beneficial response to a challenging situation. So please come back and rewatch this video as needed if you feel like that center just needs a little extra boost or if you need help processing emotions. Now, if you have any topic suggestions for me, please let me know in the comments below. You can also email me at info@lightcodesbylara.com. And I also highly recommend that you check out Fractaline Healing because Fractaline Healing is also going to be a wonderful tool to help not only balance the chakras, but also to raise your vibration and to help you process the challenging situations that we come up with in life. We're bumping up against stuff all the time, and it can be really helpful to have an awesome toolkit to be able to navigate some of those challenges. But on the other hand, it's not always about healing. Fractaline healing is a bit deceiving that way. It's also about having a lot of fun and about enhancing your being. So that can be, like I said, raising your vibration, but it's also about connecting with your higher aspects, connecting with ascended masters, connecting with your guidance team and your ancestors, and manifesting. It gives amazing opportunities for manifesting as well as some really, really incredible awakening experiences too, which come later as you go through the system, because it's a multi-layered, multi-dimensional system that is accessed through meditation. So if that sounds interesting to you, I highly recommend you check out the website fractalinehealing.com, and you can always, if you need help, you can always email us info@lightcodesbylara.com. Until next time, I do wish you the most beautiful, amazing, and wonderful day. All blessings.